Hey people, Indra here, 53 Faction War. This is SDL Province and Eldar versus Imperial Guard. The Blue Eldar team, Gatts with a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default, great for capping and harassing with some powerful control, alongside Wolfguard with a Farseer support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control abilities. Rounding off the team, the Tenso's Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support, using their fleet to grab this contested power here. Red Guard, dice roll with a Lord General fighting in ranged combat. Begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers, really strong defense and support can also add to the retinue. Alongside, MUERTE is a Inquisitor offensive hero, powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. And rounding off the teams, I'm Tilted is a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fighting in melee, begins with a refractor shield. Warlock looks for the disruptor, gets a decent one. Guardians stick around a little bit too long though, being chopped up. Might drop a model or two. Nope. Miraculously, they did not drop one. And the Sentinel took a bunch of damage. Warlock is getting deep into the back lines though, might have retreated a bit late. Lord Commissar will be on retreat path, and there's a stomp as well. I think they're going to get him. Yeah, Warlock falls back to the mid, where there was a bit of a 2v2. Wolfguard's Guardians retreated off with plenty of health. Not sure what happened to those guys. Maybe that was a mistake. Or maybe there was a flank that I didn't see. West side is a ghost town. Guardsmen showing up to cap it. Banshees lurking. They can lurk behind the line of sight blocker there maybe. Meanwhile, harassing on the power by the Sentinel, but gets greeted by lots of Guardian pew pew pew. Can't hide behind there, ladies. On the east side, power harass again. Yes. And they're grabbing the contested power as well. Might be able to get the generator down, although here comes a Guardian weapon team. Gatts has Rangers, Wolfguard with another Guardian weapon team. There's a stomp. Looks like they're just going for model kills though, rather than get the gen. It's a lot of Eldar all of a sudden, fellas. Need to be careful. Lord Commissar gets stuck in though. Just comes running in with his shield up. Levels to 2. Some good work against those Guardians. Switches to some other ones. These guys have their battle equipment as well. Might be looking for a grenade. There it is on those guardsmen. Dodged it well. Well played by Tilted. Good pressure. Harassed the gens a little bit. Got this back. Took down the Warlock. Killed some models and then got out of there. On the west side, Warp Spider Exarch is being pushed through by the Lord General and his Imperial Guard buddies. Got some Catechins, in fact double Catechin Devils here for dice roll. Potentially, unless that's just a mistake. Catechin Devils on the way also for I'm Tilted. Imperial Guard going for a power bash. There's the grenade launcher on the guarding weapon team, and smoke shell goes up to give suppression immunity and some ranged damage reduction. These guys could maybe look for melee over here. Try and tie him up, but looks like they don't want to. And Eldar hit back hard and fast. Rangers on the field with Pathfinder gear. Grenades are between the two retreating units though. Maybe couldn't tell at a glance who belonged to who and where they were going to retreat to, kind of thing. It's double Guardian weapon teams for Tenso, comes all the way over towards the west. And these guys using fleet to get on the power quickly and noding it here. 429 to 500 back towards the mid. Inquisitor gets knocked around by the Farseer, takes lots of damage as well. I think she's going to be alright. More grenade. None of them have hit yet, but they are practicing it. Taking off in the mid. Big 2v2 fight, kind of. Though it's mostly I'm Tilted stuff, I think. MUERTE just has some guardsmen in here. Captain's being tied up by the Warlock. Down goes the Sentinel. They are a threat to him in melee though, and he's having to retreat out there. Lasgun support, of course, helping get rid of him. Lord Commissar might go down. Farseer's sidearm isn't great though, and he gets away. 429 to 480. More shuriken stuff. Wonder if we'll see... Surely we'll see something else from MUERTE. No catechins, no artillery spotters so far. They might be looking for the quick thing. Surely they are looking for the quick tier 2, or they've all got something by now, right? But they're floating tier 2 here. It might just be indecision. There it is. Tier 2's on the way. Quick Chimera, I suppose. Heavy weapon squad on the field here for dice roll with a heavy bolter by default. A little bit of a flank here, and they're going to retreat through. Improvised explosives. Boom. And a big wipe on those Guardians. Nicely done by dice roll there. Beautiful. Gatts not impressed. What crap, they say. I liked it. I'm in favour of big old explosives in people's retreat paths. Guide up on the shuriken. Understandably frustrating though. Warlock jumping on the Inquisitor, getting rid of her, and trying to get on the power is dice roll. Uh-oh. Grenade on the catechins, almost wiped them. Another grenade on the heavy weapon squad. They might still get the catechins. Very nearly. Warlock's there. Don't know if they've spotted it though, Tenso. We see carapace armor for the stand firm, suppression, immunity. They did indeed get the catechins there, the Warlock. Well played, the Tenso. Dice roll still has more catechins though. 393 to 473. MUERTE just hits tier 2. I don't think they've suffered too much from the relatively light tier 1 there. Didn't even get... Oh, they did get Rosarius up on the Inquisitor. On the power on the southeast are some guardsmen fellas. Lord Commissar's busy capping stuff. Striking a pose. Are they going to get a gen? There you go. Farseer's going to throw guide on something, I imagine. Probably the shuriken. There it is. 30% more range and 30% more damage. Lots of pain for those guys. Well timed. All reliable there. To get 2 Guardians and the Farseer all together knocked over. Artillery spotter shell. Hits that fella. Uh-oh, grenade. Oh, that's a good one. Those guys didn't quite retreat in time to avoid some of the damage, I think. Well, they only lost 1 gen, I believe. And they've broken out. Got their rec point cap though. That's still blue, that power. Maybe they can just flow through and get on the power on the northeast. But west side VP is blue for the Eldar. We have aspect of fleetness, howling banshees. Gatts replaces both of those Guardians. Those guys got into trouble though. Trying to chuck their grenade, I think. Warp Spider teleports in, ties things up. Rangers getting shots. Banshees looking for the opening. The kinetic pulse trying to help them in, but catechins were there, ready to shotgun blast them. 382 to 439 on the VPs. Medical Sergeant in play for the Lords General into the mid. You got Wraith Guard, popular choice against Imperial Guard because you typically see a lot of quick Chimera tier 2s and they're good versus all targets. You can just mulch through the Guardsmen and put pressure on vehicles. 382 to 429. Can't suppress Wraith Guard either. So they can be a pain in the ass for Guard to deal with. Spotters help, of course. You can throw your hero into melee with them as well. 382 to 429. Power being bashed. Smoke shell dropped. Grenade was decent. I think the Warp Spider needs to be tying things up a little bit more. Friendly fire on the Farseer's face. Guardians run away so they don't get in trouble. And that is Judgment up on the Guardian weapon team there from the Inquisitors. Inferno Pistol, down goes the Chimera. Wraith Guard and Bright Lance getting it done. Those Wraith Cannons, those deadly Wraith Cannons also suppressing infantry. Very, very nasty. Ogrins now for dice roll to help deal with the Wraith Guard. There's more Wraith Guard on the way for Wolfguard. 356 to 429. I don't know if this is a good approach for I'm Tilted. Catechins squad just got absolutely wrecked there. Chimera having to back away. Especially with that Farseer, ouch. The Inquisitor just took out one of the Guardian weapon teams. That was Wolfguards, I think, with Judgment. Also has Liber Heresius now. for more energy. 356 to 422 on the VPs. Warlock seems to be on fire. Oh, it's the hotshot lasgun effect. Couldn't quite get onto the VP there. Got some backup though. Tenso still in play with the Wraithguard and the Guardians. It's good to pair them up like that, because if anything does get close to the Wraithguard, you can chuck that grenade out if you can time it. Commissar needs to get in. Down goes the Chimera. Nicely done by the Tenso. A little bit sloppy there from I'm Tilted. They've done such good approach plays so far. Been patient. Getting onto the power and stuff down here several times, but just kind of threw the Chimera in too close there. That's group teleport, is it? Is that group teleport? It is. 356 to 390. Massive fight kicking off. That was a creeping barrage. Ogren's getting in on the Wraithguard. Counter initiated though by the Gravity Blade. Awesome tool for the Farseer to have with those Ogryns around. Wolfguard still forced off, and I think it's wise to retreat here. Maybe could have tried to use mobility to get away, but this is a lot of angry guardsmen with plasmas and stuff now. Can't really trade with the Wraithguard if they're shooting each other because of the suppression, but if you can split them up maybe, they'll help get the heavy infantry armor of the Wraithguard down with the plasma guns. 356 to 364. It's very close on the VPs. Power bash though, supported by heavy bolter. Ogren's doing some bashing. They might level by the end of it. Commissar pushing on through. Maybe they could have not extended through the mid here and gone west side to try and stabilize. But they wanted the decap on the VP, wanted some kills and stuff. Wraith Lord on the field now for the Tenso. Gatts down to 2 units. Goes tier 3. Wolfguard goes tier 3. So does MUERTE. Did MUERTE even get a Chimera? I think they did. Yeah, they had the first one up. Wraith Lord has been judged. Taking Inferno pistol shots. Being chased. Needs to wait a certain amount of time that I always forget before they can actually use the judge. But she's been forced off by Wraith Cannons and the like. Now some repairs for the Wraith Lord. Got that shoulder mounted. Nope, doesn't have anything shoulder mounted. Yes, he does. What am I looking at? I'm looking at Wraithguard, dumbass. It's a shoulder-mounted Shuriken Cannon. 342 to 353. Those portraits are so similar. Couldn't they have one of them looking the other way or something? See, Council soon suggests Wraithguard, Wolfguard, I should say. 342, 345. The VPs are always so even. Awesome back and forth so far. I'm tilted with Stormtroopers coming out. No upgrades for the fellas that he has though. Banshees dealt with. They don't seem to have done a huge amount, the Banshees. Hadachans have pretty much had their number and dealt with them whenever they've got close enough. Wraith Lord going for a little bit of a flank. Puts him quite close to potential danger though. Ogryns could put some pressure on. There's also an autocannon here, although it's been forced off right now. Ogren's going in. The Wraith Lord will have melee resistance. You can see it's still backing off to be sure. Can a Wraithguard suppress the Ogryns maybe? Looks like judgment is up on the Wraithguard now. Need to be careful. Wraith cannons do friendly fire. I don't think they hit the Ogryns there. Wraith Lord's turn to try and fight them. Inferno pistol getting shots, but now the Inquisitor's getting suppressed. There's a spotter shell. That's the artillery spotter's smoke shell, so it's not defensive. It shuts down accuracy and, well, range. Bright Lance trying to power bash. Lord Commissar says no. No, thank you. We don't need power bashing now. 342 to 298 on the VPs. More Stormtroopers for I'm Tilted. What's going on west side? See, Councillor are indeed up for Wolfguard. Also for Gatts. power melee warlocks that jump on you and are pretty mean. Lots of DPS, provide a ranged damage reduction aura. Can be a good spearhead, a good infantry spearhead for Eldar in tier 3. If you get the avatar up as well, then it's huge amounts of passive buffs going on. Here's the Seer Council of Gatts, so the aura will be affecting those banshees, and maybe with some group teleport they can set up some nasty flanks. Got the improved targeters and heavy gauge death spinner as well. 342 to 281. Spotters with a decent hit there. Got Commissar trying to get on the shuriken, I believe, but the smoke shut it down. Not sure what he's up to actually. Gonna take big Wraithlord hits and maybe go down. No, doesn't go down. Gets away 13 hit points. He's got the Carapace to give him some buffs when he uses Inspire Courage. 342 to 264. Some random fire appears. Oh, Immolate. Eldar and their random fire. Farseer. Haven't seen another levitation, but she's forced off for now. Has the armor of the Asuryan and runes of Reaping. Really fast-paced fighting here in the mid. Wraithguard doing a lot of work, but they are forced off the mid. Maybe moved up a little bit too much. Wraithlord's being repaired, has done some good work. The Tenso, Gatts with now Fire Dragons on the way in tier 3. The Tenso just started tier 3. And a Baneblade on the way for MUERTE. I'm not sure if that's a great idea with Eldritch Storms and stuff, I guess. I mean, can you really just discount Baneblades and Land Raiders completely because you're in a faction war against Eldar? I mean, maybe. The potential of 3 Eldritch Storms is a pretty big deterrent, I think. MUERTE wants to heal. Oh, he just wants to revive, I think. Is what he means. Ogryn's got a decap. Well done, fellas. Eating some grenades on retreat. Kills one. The grenade is too late. They get that power back, Eldar fellas. Here's your Fire Dragons. Fusion gun infantry. Good damage to all targets on close range. And they're getting their Exarch, who can equip a flamer, that guy, if he wants. Ouch. Nicely set up approach there. Got grenades going in. Oh, but the shuriken's able to set up. Didn't really focus fire it. It kind of ran in all sneaky like for the grenades. Didn't actually shoot anything. But now they're shooting stuff. There's the time field. Terrifies all of those guards when it means you can't use any abilities or attack, and you move slower as well. It's a really good ability. So Gatts stops the Wraithguard and the City Council in their tracks. Judgment is up on something, not sure what. And here's the Baneblade. Oh, Judgment's up on the City Council there. Baneblade with a Mega Battle Cannon, Demonstrator Cannon, Las Cannons, and Twin Linked Heavy Bolters. That shot seemed to miss over there. City Council is still in play. Warlock falls over. Wraithlord, oh jeez, that guy's having a bad time. Just gets dropped on the ground. Still around, the old Wraithlord. 300 to 248 on the VPs, all of the Stormtroopers for tilted. Got 2 assault kit, 2 anti-armor kits. D-cannon now for Wolfguard. West side is blue for the Eldar, turning red, maybe? I think they can get this done. Only a Warp Spider's here, and just got grenade launched. Are you all up to 12 with plasmas and stuff? Well, dice rolls are. MUERTE's are up to 9 models with the plasmas. I'm Tilted has the 12 models, so Commissar and Sergeant in there. Dark Reaper's being knocked around by the Ogryns now. They do good damage versus Ogryns. In fact, one of the reasons they were even added to the game. It's because of Ogrin's Dark Reapers. 294 to 235. Baneblade. Maybe an awkward place to be, buddy. Gonna get eldritched. Uh-oh. I don't know if that guy's gonna survive. Right Lancers on it, Wraithguard are on it. No way it's gonna get away. No way it's gonna get out of there. Down it goes. Double melters on the Wraith Lord. Can they get it? Here comes a Power Claw Lord Commissar as well to help out. I think they've got it. Rocket run now as well. Absolute madness here. Wraith Lord indeed does fall as a decent rocket run. Leman Russ is dropped in, I think. Yeah, for dice roll, and then just backs off. Got a bunch of XP though already. It's alright. Fire Prism now for Gatts. What does MUERTE do now? Got some Kashyyykin. Going for plasma guns. Just a bad place to put the Baneblade where it could be hit from so many angles. You want it back near your own VP, or like here, I think. Anywhere else is just right for Eldar stuff. And it's not exactly super safe in those places either. Farseer falls. Time field to mess with the Leman Russ. Singularity pulls in an Ogrin. Fire Dragons giving chase. They have their Dragon Scale armor as well. But they are now in retreat and the Leman Russ survives. It might be a good idea to get the Executioner up then, because of this little melee blob here. But they also have to fight a Fire Prism soon. This is Gatts Fire Prism. Oh, already getting shots in, look. 243, 235. Again, VP's very, very even. Been an awesome game so far. Rangers on the way for Gatts and the Tenso. Some late game Rangers, eh? Maybe to spot some improvised explosive and stuff. A little bit odd. Maybe to help with the... do you have... No. Doesn't have Interrogator's armor. I thought maybe they were sneaking around Stormtroopers and stuff, and they were worried about their Fire Prisms. 235, 235, evened up. Lord Commissar is going to have to go home, I think. Yep, there he goes. These guys now going for the VP. It might be because of that. Are they going to just park them near the VP so they can spot these guys sneaking around? Well, they were spotted for sure. Yeah, all you need to do is put Rangers and Wraithguard there, basically. And Stormtroopers aren't going to take it. Resing says Wolfguard. Where are you, the Tenso? Warlock's in the mid. 217 to 235. Slight VP lead now for Imperial Guard, but they're losing Western VP right now. Decapped, not lost. Well, not taken. Double Fire Prisms, and we do have an Executioner Leman Russ. Looks like that is a medical bunker, not a repair bunker. Uh-oh. Leman Russ is in a bad spot. They're trying to repair it, but it's in a very bad spot. It's going to go down. Down it goes. Vehicles of the Imperium having a rough time so far. Another Baneblade on the way from MUERTE. Wolfguard says bugged. Not sure exactly what is bugged. Are you guys alright? They're moving. Everything seems to be okay. Maybe the bug has already passed. 212 to 235. Single cap for the guard, but they are looking depleted. Two of their armies looking very depleted. I'm not sure if another Baneblade is the answer, but what do you do? What do you do? I mean, you don't lose the stuff you got. That's what you do. You don't park your Baneblade here. The Leman Russ, I don't know if there was a huge amount dice roll could have done about that. Unless you just have it very, very far back, but then it's not doing anything. Oh, they got the Fire Prism. That was cool. That was tilted with his Stormtroopers. 206 to 224. Baneblade is in. Let's see what he can do. Do they have any Eldritches? Yes, Gatts and Wolfguard. And nearly the Tenso can all drop Eldritch Storms. City Council doing a great job disrupting. They do have Judgment up on them though. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll get to see it go off here. Because the Inquisitor's got plenty of health. Being chased by the Farseer. Here's the second Baneblade in exactly the same spot that the last one went down. Fire Dragons on it immediately. Oh, was that the Judgment? I think that was Judgment going off there. Uh-oh, Eldritch. Yeah, I don't think the Baneblade is going to live for much longer. Fire Prism's also getting shots in. Fire Dragon seem to be shooting at something else though. There we go. They've worked out there's a Baneblade right here. Bright Lance also getting shots. Baneblade goes down. That was very poor play from MUERTE, I have to say. Just driven into this area with no backup whatsoever, knowing what's on the field. That was quite poor. Just really rushed it in there. 206 to 174. You want your Baneblade behind a bunch of stuff in this game. Not at the front of it, and certainly not alone. In a 3v3 anyway. Fire Prism on the way for the Tenso. Kasrkin having to run. And they might be done for. Dice Throw has tons of resources, but... Oh, they have gone for Leman Russ. I was going to say, maybe they don't want to get a Leman Russ. The Wraithguard have been awesome. Level 3 and level 4 Wraithguard. These guys level 3. The Wraith Lord was amazing while it was up. Did a lot of work. There's a Purgatus. And I mean, imagine if the Inquisitor was around to help out the Baneblade with the Purgatus. It's the Eldritch though. The Eldritch alone is such a big deal. It's like, can you protect a Baneblade when there's potentially 2 Eldritch Storms thrown on it? I don't know if you can. They don't have enough stuff to tie up the Wraithguard. They can't kill them fast enough, I don't think. Maybe with Purgatus there and the Catechins running in like this, maybe they could have saved it, but not when it's completely alone. MUERTE now going for some Ogrins. They got another Fire Prism. I'm tilted, quietly doing some good work. Eldar looking pretty strong though, still 2-1 cap. Opened up a 90-odd VP lead. Level 2 Kasrkin. Decent grenade on retreat. And here is Leman Russ. I mean, there hasn't been that many of them, have there? That might be the second one, maybe the third. I'm tilted with tons of resources and maxed out red. They have Rangers, so it's maybe not worth dropping mines around, but could still do something. A bunch of Basilisk Flares, of course, could drop a rocket run as well. Level 7 Lord Commissar. Level 3 Seer Council that have done well. The Gatts, the first unit on his roster now. Recovered well a few times, Gatts. And they're going to kill this Lord Commissar, the Seer Council, because of that awesome disruption. Or not. Can he get away? Maybe. Looks like he's been saved. Imperial Guard now flooding the Western VP. Looks like they're going to get a decap at least. Gatts is well timed. Decan is doing a lot of damage here though. And there's another Eldritch. Almost wiped out some Kasrkin and stuff over there. I think there's another Eldritch. That was a weird place to put it. The Leman Russ has got though. I think they were trying to get that blob of guardsmen there. And now a rocket run coming in. It just doesn't end. Oh, can they wipe out those? They got the Fire Dragons. They got those Fire Dragons. And those guys are chasing that Fire Prism back. They don't have the energy to throw their Melter Bomb anymore though, I don't think. Yeah. Nice idea, but couldn't get it done. Bit of a lull in the action, so I can take a sip of water maybe to help my throat survive this cast. Money for bunkers, says dice roll. 4 stormtroopers and some Kasrkin for Imperial. They just brought all the special forces with them. Mines dropped in as well. MUERTE has plenty of red also. 2-1 for the guard. They're not out of it yet. Eldar often have that problem with kind of imposing themselves in a faction war, even when they've got a numerical advantage. It's like that one per Gatts really messed them up. Another, like Space Marines maybe in tier 3 would have been able to just kind of brute force and fight through that. Maybe. Eldar, a bit too fragile. Really need to use their angles, use their mobility, and it's not always easy to do in a 3v3. But you don't always have a huge amount of space to work. Getting flanked here is Wolfguard in on this Wraith Guard. Having to retreat. Oh, there's a time field though. Ouch. Just makes them sitting ducks for the Wraith Guard. And then the Farseer runs in. He's level 8. The Commissar is going to go down this time. 162 to 47. Do they have rangers in here? Yeah, they have rangers in here. More fire prisms on the way. Avatar of Cain is up for Gatts. And there's the 2-1 again. 162 to 39. Not giving up though. Kasrkin with their faster capping, thanks to their sergeant, are on the natural VP. They've got their grenade launchers in hand. Being immolated right now. And Destructor. Maybe? There we go. Came a bit late, but there it is. Ouch. Oh, they almost got the cap though. 162 to 33. Stormtroopers, I think, from MUERTE here. Yep. Oh, I was going to say they'd come in infiltrated, but they instantly got shot in the arse. Trying to push the mid now, the guard. I think it's smart. Try and pull the Eldar around. Wolfguard's just been so solid with the backline of Wraith Guard though. One cat. What can these Ogrins do? Going to get messed up by an Avatar, I think, but they will do good damage to it. Those fellas almost got the fire prism. Oh, rocket run. Killed the Warlock. And they're going to get the fire prism, I think. Maybe? It's got 1 hit point, and they do get it. Putting up a hell of a fight, the guard here. Hold on, fellas. Ogrin's on this fire prism now. I think they're too close to it to be shot at, kind of thing. But they're going to be suppressed and they're going to be dealt with. Good pressure though. Opens up the cap. Fire prism couldn't shoot at those guys. Kasrkin dodged a grenade, gets straight back on the cap. Nicely done by MUERTE. And they got it. 161 to 33. Imperial Guard, not out of it yet. Did a bit of repairs for the fire prism. This one needs some as well. More stormtroopers on the way now. They seem to have given up on the tanks, kind of understandably. With what the Eldar have out there, it's just too dangerous to have tanks around. Going infantry heavy. Which doesn't give them huge amounts of staying power aside from Ogrins. If they all had Ogrins, just running them into the lines, backed up by stormtroopers, maybe they could make it work. Here's the Avatar. Doesn't like plasma damage at all. Avatar using Wailing Doom. Decent hit on the Ogrins. Killed one actually. Got melted though. Taking melted damage and plasma damage. I don't think Purgatus works on an Avatar, but it looked cool. Judgment is up on it though. Ogrins need to run. Do they have perfect accuracy on the move, the Kashyyyk? Looks like it. Gonna chase down the Avatar. 149.19. They are very low on VPs. Can they get the west side back? Can they get the Avatar down? They sure are trying. Fire Prism knocks them over though. Anything else coming? No, Gatts is floating resources. Going for another Fire Prism. They got the Avatar. Time Field couldn't save it. And Kashyyyk are capping. Kashyyyk have been pretty awesome so far, actually. And they got it. 2-1 for the Guard. And they're putting pressure on the west side too. They aren't out of here. Here come Ogryns for dice roll, level 3. MUERTE's Ogryns are where? They're here. They are making their way up. I think they're very useful to put pressure on. Rocket run now. Can they hit the second run? Isn't too bad. Messed up the Wraith Guard quite a lot. Farseer caps the VP. And the Ogryns had to retreat. Was that entangling web that was on them? No. It might have just been the effect from the gravity blade. Down to 9 VPs. I think the Eldar have done enough. Awesome, awesome game. Just frantic action. Lots of high level stuff as well. Let down by their Baneblade, eh? The Baneblades really didn't work out. They did basically 0. Put 0 work in for their team. Unlucky, MUERTE. Bad place to put your Baneblades, now you know. Warp Spider Exarch was level 6. Level 10 Farseer for Wolfguard. Level 7 Warlock did have the Heart of Darkness at the end. Cloak of Shadows as well. Level 7 Lord General. Had the Vox Operator, Commissar and Sergeant in there. Level 5 Inquisitor. A Gatts and some Inferno Pistoling. And a level 8 Lord Commissar with all of the special forces, which was actually quite fun to see. I had a whole bunch of them. 2 of them level 4 as well. Did some good work. Well, there you have it, guys. Big thanks to these players for playing us a very cool faction war. The Tenso for putting the lobby together. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.